All right, y'all. Welcome back to part 2 of PJ's first mock draft. If you missed part 1 with all the lottery picks, go check that out first because you're gonna see you're gonna see some names that are available here. You're gonna be like, how did they get there? So go watch that video to figure it out. But we're getting right back into it. PJ, what did the Heat do with pick 15?
Pick 15. I'm trying to match the vibe with winning. I don't know if honestly I don't know if this dude won, but he's a hustler. He's a hell of a hustler. I'm gonna go Devin Carter.
Yeah. If we're talking about culture picks, this is 100% one of them. Talk about hustling. Talk about putting it all out on the floor. Devin Carter's that guy.
All right, for my 16th pick in this NBA mock draft, the Philadelphia 76ers, they select Dalton Connect, or I don't even know how to say his name.
No, that's
Dalton
how I say
Neck.
it. Yeah, Connect falling this far, I would be okay with the 76ers taking him here for sure, especially if they miss out on all the other wings that are getting traded and moved this offseason. This guy's a wing. He could score. Perfect. Good enough.
All right, the team that always needs players every year. Uh, well, Zach Edey is off the board.
There are other centers in this draft.
Yeah, there are, and I'm gonna need some help.
Okay.
Apparently, the fuck is Dwight
Dwight
Years?
Howard? What? What? What year is this roster from? What
Avery Bradley.
the fuck?
It's updated, but they're added in because Carmelo's in here.
Yeah, what? That's what I'm saying. What's going on there? What is that?
I'm gonna go with Yves Missy for this team. I mean, Anthony Davis gets to play power forward again. He's good at catching offensive rebounds. Um,
I had the same
and
pick in my mock draft, so 100% agree. If you missed my mock draft, go check that one out as well. But for now, we keep it pushing with PJ, who was just picked for his very own Los Angeles Lakers.
I don't want to claim them as my team though.
Okay.
I've been speaking out for them, but and because I mean follow them because everyone I know is a fucking Lakers fan. It's a conversation to talk about amongst LA fans.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, if I did pick Edie, he would have fell to the Lakers. So this this team now is a
There's
team I don't know what the fuck to do. If
there's a
I was the
name.
GM, there is a name.
Go ahead, because there's one name on here that I would really like, but I'm curious where you go. Because honestly, there's a couple that wouldn't be bad. So
Well, this team is kind of all over the place. If this was the off-season episode, honestly, I wouldn't want Wendell over there. I know it's worked out for the season, but in the playoffs, if a man is grabbing 20 rebounds over you, there's something going on and there's something wrong. Um, I'm thinking the lineup is Marco Fultz, Jalen Suggs, Franz, Paulo, and then Wendell. I would assume that you would want a backup for Franz or Franz, whatever you want to say. We talked about this guy in part one. With his height, he could play the three as well. I'm gonna go with Kashawn George.
okay, I like it. If you missed when we talked about him in the last part, he's essentially a shooter that can also do a little bit of playmaking. So I think the fit makes sense with the team. That was not the name I was thinking of, but that is the one I picked in my own mock draft, I believe. So I like the pick. It's just not the one I had in mind for this scenario, but I get it.
Who's the player that you were thinking of?
I'll let you know when he gets picked. I'll let you know when he gets
Okay.
picked.
So this team, the Raptors, it's a very questionable team. I think Emmanuel quickly might be in the off season free agency. If I can find his name, unless I passed it already. Watch right here. Free agent. There you go. If he's in free agency, and for sure Cruz Maron is in free agency, this slot is empty. Um, I know Scotty Barnes played. Okay, fuck it. We're just gonna every time I'm gonna just say the depth chart. It's Emmanuel Quickly, R.J. Barrett, Jalen McDaniels, Scotty Barnes,
Is that
and Jacob
Jonte?
Patel.
Is that Jonte Porter?
Yeah, he doesn't exist
He's
anymore.
in jail. He's
Or I could be
gone.
wrong about that. It's probably Gary Trent and then R.J. Barrett.
And then
But right
Scotty at the
now,
four.
yeah, right now they just need a point guard,
Okay.
and there's point guards on the screen.
There's a few. Yeah. There's a couple. No, there's a few.
Scotty Barnes in basketball, he's truly smart, and I feel like he is the playmaker of this team.
Okay.
There's always room for secondary playmaking,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm a choose a guy in Jared McCain.
Aha, there he is. This is the guy I would have liked on the Magic. Because I think that for because I think that he could be more than just a shooter. I think that his ceiling is actually pretty high, and he's not super small like another guard that has gone in this draft. But I like it. I like the pick here as well, especially if Emmanuel quickly leaves. So he has fallen a lot in this draft, but I think the fit here with Toronto is good.
Well, the reason why I wasn't looking at him for the Magic, they got a ton of guards. I don't know what they're gonna do with Marco Fultz, Cole Anthony, and Anthony Black. So it's like, and Jalen Suggs could he was listed at point guard, I think. So it's like, what am I doing with here?
No, I get it. I just think he would come in day one and be the best shooter immediately next to
Mm,
and give Paolo some better spacing, and while
makes
still
sense.
being a point guard. But I get it though. I like I said, I like the Kai Sean pick, so I'm with you.
Thank you. Cleveland Cavaliers.
Ooh,
What do they need? A fucking three, because they cannot figure it out. I don't know what they're doing with Imani Bates. I mean,
he's
if you want me to tell you the starting lineup, it's for sure Darius Garland. It's for sure Donovan Mitchell. The three, I don't even know. And then it's Evan Mobley and Jared Allen. Um,
Amani Bates. I don't think is in the conversation.
I don't understand. You pick him up. He does fantastic in the summer league. Does not even play. Isaac Okoro. I think he's on RFA right now. He could potentially get re-signed with the team. And Max Strus.
The shooter.
Like you're supposed to be the shooter. You're supposed to be the guy that we find in the corner open on the three and makes a shot. You should be averaging at least 12 points. But no, I don't know I don't even know if this is the fit for you in Cleveland. I mean, if we want to try again, there's a guy like Tristan da Silva.
Hmm.
But I've asked you about this on your mock draft. Can you refresh me about Tyler Smith?
My only notes on him, he's just like a stretch big. He has a good like face up game. So he brings some scoring and he's agile. So he has some switchability to him. Even though he's not actually great on defense, he has the tools athletically and physically to be a switch everything defender. So
Okay.
for him, it's as much about offensive upside as it is defensive upside, even though he has shown a lot less on defense. And some
I
people
was
are actually
thinking
really high on that guy.
some people are pretty high on that guy.
On Yeah, on Tyler Smith. Some people, just opinions I've seen, people think that he's actually like one of the higher upside guys you can get, especially in the mid to late round.
This is a tricky one. I wanted to go with I wanted to go with your pick, Isaiah Collier, but I want to switch it up a little bit.
Okay. do think Isaiah Collier is a good pick, even though a report did come out a day or two ago that the Cavaliers president is
Yeah,
not expecting or interested in trading Garland or Mitchell. So
I mean,
it
it
might be
doesn't.
less of a need than we think, even though I still think he could trade either of them.
Well, he would be a good backup point guard for Darius.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what? I'll take the bait. We'll go with Tyler Smith.
Okay, interesting.
He adds size, more size to this Twin Tower team.
He could be the Nas Reed of this Twin Towers.
Oh no, yeah.
So I get it.
He could be no actually he could be like so there's Jaden McDaniels and then there's Jalen McDaniels that no one talks about.
Yeah.
He could be that guy,
Okay.
but then turn into Jaden McDaniels over time. You just gotta have enough belief in him.
Interesting. All right. Yeah, that's definitely. I don't know. Like I feel like I'm not familiar enough with Tyler Smith's game, but it's an interesting fit. I like it behind the other two big men, so that he's not. His defense isn't showing up as much as a liability. I'm with it.
Okay, for this team, it's a no-brainer. I'm gonna go with Isaiah Collier. They need a point guard bad.
Hmm.
Their playmaking. I mean, I know Zion, for some reason, is the main playmaker right now. I mean, I would go center too. I mean, Jonas Valanciunas is low as fuck. Um, if they would, let's say, if they would trade Brandon Ingram, I'm fine with Trey Murphy being that guy and then Tristan coming off the bench. But for me right now, obviously playmakers. I said Zion, Trey Murphy's next, but a guy who can really do some playmaking is Isaiah Collier. I'm gonna go with him for point guard.
I like it. I definitely think that's one of the teams that is in the market for a true point guard in this upcoming offseason free agency. So if they address it here in the draft with Isaiah Collier, 100% get it.
See, with the Suns, I would have picked him too. I feel like he fits on a lot of teams. Um, this is a team that we got two guests on, and they should know by now. I'm not big on this man right here. I'm just gonna go with your notes on this one.
Okay.
We're gonna drop. We're gonna go for Dylan Jones.
Ooh, Dylan Jones. This is a new name. So, for those who don't know who Dylan Jones is, as you can see, he's a little bit of a big boy. 6'6", 233 pounds. He played point forward for Weber State. Shout out to Damian Lillard. Went to went to Weber State, and I was looking up player comparisons for him just because, I wanted to see if my evaluation was similar to others. Someone described him as a Grant Williams plus Julius Randle fusion, and I was like, okay, so we're doing a little bit of cooking here. So he plays like a guard in the sense that, he holds the ball, he can play make, but he has a lot of post up moves. So because he's a big dude, so if you put a guard on him, he could post him up. So this is a very interesting pick. I don't actually know. I guess he'd be playing point guard for this team whenever he's in, but this is this would be very interesting. I kind of hope this guy goes in the first round just because he's a crazy prospect.
If it wasn't Dylan Jones, I was thinking about Harrison Ingram. So for the Milwaukee Bucks,
Hmm. We've
interesting
arrived.
team.
We've arrived.
Starting lineup: Dame. Is Malik staying next year?
He's a free agent. No one knows. No one knows.
Malik.
We don't even know
Uh,
if Pat Connaughton's going to be on the team either. So,
all right,
but
tricky.
people are hoping that the rookies that have been drafted before can just be in the rotation, do their job, that kind of thing.
So Malik, Chris. I mean Dame, Chris, Giannis, and Brooke. I mean, obviously, I know this is number one, but if it were me,
Gotta love backup center Myers Myers Leonard.
isn't that the dude who was racist?
Yeah, he said a slur while playing Call of Duty on
Yeah,
Twitch.
yeah.
Yes, that's him. He was very for repentful. Is that the word? I think so. He was very. He felt bad. he
You know
he did
what?
his part to amend his wrongs. But yes, that's him.
You know what? I really don't mind this one. I was gonna pick Tristan da Silva, and then in my head you would put Chris back to his old position at shooting guard. But you know what? Oh, fuck! I forgot you're here.
What happened?
Hold on, guys.
I will say, if they didn't go center here, which is what I want for the Bucks, I would. If Tristan da Silva was here, I would be 100% okay with that. If he was here at this spot, I wouldn't mind it at all. Even though I would really, really, really prefer a center.
So I would have picked Carlton Carrington because
Mm,
I could honestly to me Dame is more of a combo guard. He's not really a point guard. So it would
mm,
help Giannis on the upside of like finding him for a lob or like some shit post up
mm.
or find Brook Lopez off the three if he's still the starting center
Oh
or
God.
Bobby Portis. But I'm gonna go Bobby Clintman.
Hmm. Interesting.
He
At
is your
least,
new he's
yeah.
your new Brook Lopez.
I definitely like that. I don't think he's playing center, but I definitely like that more
Giannis
than.
playing center.
Oh God. I definitely
Giannis can
like
play
it.
center.
I like it more than Bub Carrington for the Bucks. I think if they draft Bub Carrington, Bucks fans are going to tear down the forum. Uh, I don't think they'll be happy if that's the pick. I definitely prefer Bobby Clintman, who can at least bring some defense, be versatile. You know, hopefully just hit your open threes, and we'll be happy. So Bobby Clintman, I'm definitely more on board with that. But to me, if De Silva's on the board, I don't want them drafting any other wing. I think they just should just take De Silva. But I, if if that's what the pick ends up being, it could be a lot worse. So I'm okay with Clintman.
All right, we're at the Knicks. And there's two guys I'm ready looking at.
And well,
That
they have
face
back to
on.
back picks. So if you're looking
Oh,
at two
hey.
guys, then you could just pick them both right now.
Sounds good with me. We're going with Tristan da Silva.
That
We're
would
going to
be
go with Justin Edwards,
Tristan Da Silva at this time would be insane. it
especially on the Knicks.
it would be crazy. Just that's really good value. Some people have him going to the Blazers at 14 if they miss out on a wing with their first pick. So if he falls to 24, that would be huge. So I like the fit. And then Justin Edwards, um, yeah, just more scoring. Why not? Let it fly.
Now we're back on this. I'm sorry, Wizards fans. The Washington Poo Poo team.
Not again. we we did this. They can't be poo poo again.
Oh, my bad.
It's
The
so sad.
Washington Dog Chit team.
Oh my
Anyways,
god. So mean.
think
So,
about Washington, D.C., and I'm like, all right, I got to
they
say this one.
so they've drafted Stephon Castle second overall in this mock draft. Again, if you want to see the rationale behind that, go watch the first part of this video. But we are back. Pick 26 with Washington.
See, if Tristan da Silva fell, I would have put him already.
He could have fit on the last like 5 teams. he, he's a 3-and-D wing. He could have fit on any of these teams.
Definitely, he could fit on any team. He's like Reed Shepard,
That's
but
what I'm
Reed Shepard's
saying.
much
You
better.
could have put him on any of these teams. He's a 3-and-D wing that has switchability. Like duh. Any team would love to have a guy like him. I'm
All right,
curious what happens now.
Usually, I'd say center,
There's
but
still, I mean, I think there's still a few of them up. I mean, that I think would be worthy. But in my mock draft at this point, all of them were gone. But for you, they are not all gone. But it's up to you if you actually think they're worth it.
you know what? Especially you're on the Wizards. This is the best guy to pick up. He's the best center available. I'm not guaranteed. For Jacob said, I don't know for sure. He's not guaranteed on effort. I mean, we seen Jordan Poole last year. It wasn't guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with Keller Weir. I mean, if I'm pretty sure once he starts believing, he'll become the player that we never thought he would become.
I think at the very least, if you can get him on a team where he can actually compete for the starting center spot, if you give him a chance to really play out his first season in the NBA, you really might be able to hit gold because once he gets a taste, he might start locking in. So with this kind of guy, I wouldn't want to keep him holed up on the bench because then he might really start to lose focus. He might not lock in because he's like, I don't play anyways. I'm not even gonna try. So I think on a team like the Wizards, where their center spot is super in the air, I would I would think this is a good spot for him, especially if they draft a point guard with their first pick. Hopefully, those two can grow together and be the future for the team. So I'm with it.
Well said. All right. Next up, the team I believed in the most.
Ah,
This team, the Timberwolves.
Minnesota.
I wanted to go also.
Ooh.
I know there's already a lot of bigs on this team,
Ooh, a hiccup. Yeah, there are.
but I mean he's the opposite of Gobert. Complete opposite. So like, let's say you switch him off. Complete opposite of Gobert. He can handle. He could probably handle for the bench unit. But why not? Um, for the bench unit, we're gonna go Carlton. Carlton.
Hey, I
I'm
definitely think that the Timberwolves fans are gonna like that one a lot more than Oso.
well. I mean, Mike Conley's getting old.
Yeah.
They're gonna have a new point guard soon.
Hmm.
And I mean, if they keep Mike Conley and they pick this guy up, Mike Conley's gonna be a good mentor to Carlton Carrington.
It's great. I think this is a great pick. I'm with it. Same one I had.
Well, that's perfect. Oh, damn.
Damn.
The former champs.
Dethroned by the Boston Celtics. So now what is this team looking to get back to the promised land? How do they get there? Who's the pick?
See, this is another player where I would want Oso in, just in case like Jokic is tired. This man's gassed.
Mm-hmm.
Throw him back in. Oso, a guy who can. He's a versatile big and he can play make. I'm reading your notes by the way.
Yeah, yeah. No worry. I mean, that's what he is. That's exactly what he is.
But if not, if I don't want to go with him, and I want to go with a point guard, Tyler Collect could be that guy.
Mm-hmm. He's
But
good.
you know what? I'm gonna just go with my gut.
Okay.
He might not get picked up
I thought
by
you were
this
about to pick
team.
Bronny.
I'll go with Oso.
Okay. It's a very interesting pick. He is.
He
Oh, go ahead.
Jokic can mentor him, and he can teach him about horses and shit.
He is 6'9", 215. So he would definitely be filling in that Aaron Gordon spot. So, you know, if the team is missing Aaron Gordon, or maybe they're running that small ball lineup with Aaron Gordon at center, they could fill this guy in at the four, keep some more size, and keep more of that playmaking from their big position. So I think it's an interesting fit, but I think it would be very, very intriguing to watch in practice.
All right, next up, we got the Utah Jazz.
Back on the clock after selecting
Back on.
Nikola Topic at the 10th pick.
You know what? I gotta pick next best available. I mean, this man has size. He's 6'9". I'm pretty sure he could play 2 or 3. We're gonna go with Johnny Furphy.
Johnny. Johnny Furphy has finally gone off the board. I mean, to some, this isn't even falling. I think to some, this is actually right around the place he should be going. So, best player available. That team needs anything and everything. I don't hate it. I'm cool with it.
All right, for the last pick,
The champions of the current reigning champions of the NBA, Boston Celtics. Where do they go from here? I mean, they've hit the top. How do they stay at the top?
so I feel like their GM is gonna do some crazy shit.
Okay.
They're gonna pick someone we don't even know, and it's gonna
Bona.
be one of the best players ever. I don't know who that pick would be. It could be Harrison Ingram. I
Scroll
wouldn't
down a
mind that.
little bit. I think there's a name that some Celtics fans would really like if he's still available. I think he is. Keep going. Keep going.
You
Keep
want to
going.
shout him out?
You can keep going. You still I haven't seen him yet. Okay, yeah.
Is it Deron Holmes?
I believe with the aging Al Horford, you never know when his last year is. I think they want a big man replacement, but if the Celtics think that's Deron Holmes or not, if he's even available at this pick, who knows? But I mean, just looking at their roster,
It's
it's
Will Built.
yeah, it's their bigs are Kristaps, who has a history of getting injured, and Al Horford, who is old, and then it's like Luke Cornett and Xavier Tillman. So it's a little bit of a drop off compared to all their other positions, which I think is why some fans want a big man here. But if there's no big man that you think is worthy, hey, there's lots of other options at other positions. So
I think for the Celtics, you want to make your bench even better. Like let's say after they won that chip that they just won,
yep, already won it.
and they continue next season, they're gonna be the best team in the league again.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, you want a loaded bench. I like Peyton Pritchard behind Drew Holiday, even though he's kind of small, but he gives Boston some joy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even see does Jaden Springer play?
No, no, never.
So we're looking at shooting guards. So Peyton, it's Drew, Derek White, Jalen Brown, Jason Tatum, and then Chris Tapps or Al Horford. I like I like X Men over here. So we're just gonna look at excluding Al Horford. We're looking at power forwards and shooting guards. This man need to play. He need to play.
There's one guy that I know you like that's still available.
Oh, that I like still bad. I will go with I would go with Turn Shannon Jr.
Yep, that's the guy I knew you liked. Terrence Shannon's a scorer. You know,
I was looking for defense, but then there's like not a lot of players that shoot and defend. I already drafted
yeah.
those guys.
He's just,
Now this is my first round.
mm.
I mean, I feel like it cooked. I feel like players
Let
need
me
these
full
players.
screen this.
I mean, teams.
Oh yeah.
I feel
So
like teams need these players.
so as PJ
Oh
said,
shit!
a lot of this is based off of what he saw as team needs for each team. If you want to watch, if you want to watch us talk about and give the rationale for each of these lottery picks, go check out the first part of this mock draft. But after all said and done, I think this is a very interesting. I think a lot of these fits would be very intriguing to watch to see how it actually plays out. But I like it. This is fun. Some new names on here that were not on there last time, so appreciate the new ideas, the new thoughts. In this one, we talked about trades. We talked about the possibility of them, but we did not actually make any trades. That will change in the mock drafts to come. We will be steadily improving and changing our mock drafts depending on what rumors come out, depending on what news we get. So stay subscribed to see what other chaos we can cook up in the upcoming mock drafts. But that's going to do it for this one. Like I said, hit like, subscribe if you enjoyed. I'm Jacob. This is my co-host PJ. His wonderful mock draft. And we will see you soon. We will see you later. Peace out. And once again, congratulations to the Boston Celtics for winning. Peace out.
Rest in peace to Jerry West. Oh my God.
Oh, right. Yeah, whenever this comes out, RIP, salute to the logo. Thank you for everything you did. And
Thank you for drafting Kobe Bryant.
and trading for Shaq. Or you just signed him. Either way.
It's huge. Yeah.
Either way. Rest in peace. We'll see the rest of you soon. Peace out.
Peace.